Earned Value Analysis, EVA, helps us to track actual project performance and compares the current progress of the project against planned budget and planned schedule. Here, we will use a hypothetical example to explain different terminologies of earned value analysis. Imagine our construction company is engaged in a project of building a new boundary wall. Total length of the boundary wall to be built is 1,000 meters. Total budgeted cost for completing the project is $40,000. Planned duration or timeline to complete the whole project is 50 days. Rate of project progress is expected to be uniform and exactly same throughout these 50 days. Now, if we divide total project budget $40,000 by 50 days, we will get $800, which is our budgeted cost for each day. In 50 days, we plan to build total 1,000 meters of wall. How much wall we need to build each day? If we divide 1,000 by 50, we will get 20. That is, we need to build 20 meters of wall each day. Our total project budget is $40,000 for building 1,000 meters of wall. How much should we spend to build each meter of wall? If we divide 40,000 by 1,000, we will get $40. $40 is our budget for building each meter of wall. To summarize, in each day of the project, we should spend $800 and build 20 meters of wall. And each meter of wall should cost us $40. All these were our plans before the project started. But when the project actually started, we found that project progress is different than what was planned. Now, 20 days of the project have passed, and we have been asked to carry out the earned value analysis. At the end of day 20, we have built 360 meters of wall. In order to build 360 meters of wall, we have incurred $18,000. This cost is known as actual cost. Actual cost, AC, is the cost incurred to accomplish the work already performed. In our project, we incurred actual cost of $18,000 at the end of 20 days of the project. Now, let's introduce the concept planned value. Planned value, PV, is the budgeted cost allocated to a project at a given time. For our project, the budgeted cost per day was $800. The project has completed 20 days, so budgeted cost allocated for 20 days was 800 multiplied by 20, $16,000. This $16,000 is our planned value. We were supposed to incur $16,000 in 20 days. Now, let's explain the concept earned value. Earned value, EV, is the part of the total budgeted cost that has been accomplished by the actual work performed. In our example, after 20 days, we have built 360 meters of wall, and budgeted cost for building each meter of wall was $40. If we multiply 40 by 360, we will get $14,400. After 20 days, the project has actually completed $14,400 worth of work. That is, $14,400 is our earned value. Now, let's recap. Our actual cost is $18,000. Our planned value is $16,000. And our earned value is $14,400. Using these figures, we will now introduce 4 new concepts: cost variance, cost performance index, schedule variance, and schedule performance index. First, let's discuss cost variance. Cost variance, CV, is simply the difference between earned value and actual cost. In our example, earned value is $14,400, and actual cost is $18,000. So cost variance, CV, is $14,400 minus $18,000, which equals negative $3,600. A positive CV means the project is under budget. A negative CV means the project is over budget. In our example, 360 meters of work completed was given a budget of $14,400. But actually, it required $18,000 to complete 360 meters. The negative CV indicates our project is over budget by $3,600. Now we will discuss Cost Performance Index. Cost variance, CV, was the difference between earned value and actual cost. On the other hand, Cost Performance Index, CPI, is the ratio between earned value and actual cost. If we divide our earned value $14,400 by actual cost $18,000, we will get CPI 0.80. A CPI equal to 1 indicates that project is exactly on budget. A CPI greater than 1 indicates that project is under budget. A CPI less than 1 indicates that project is spending more than the budget. In our example, CPI is 0.8. This indicates that our project is experiencing cost overrun. Now let's discuss schedule variance. Schedule variance SV is the difference between earned value and planned value. If we deduct our earned value $14,400 from planned value $16,000, we will get negative $1,600, which is schedule variance. A positive SV means the project is ahead of planned schedule. A negative SV indicates the project is behind its schedule. In our example, negative schedule variance of $1,600 indicates the project was supposed to complete $16,000 worth of work by the end of 20 days. But it is behind schedule because it completed only $14,400 worth of work within 20 days. Now let's discuss Schedule Performance Index. Schedule variance was the difference between earned value and planned value. On the other hand, Schedule Performance Index SPI is the ratio between earned value and planned value. If we divide our EV $14,400 by PV $16,000, we will get 0.90, which is SPI for our project. An SPI greater than 1 indicates the project is ahead of schedule. An SPI equal to 1 indicates the project is exactly on schedule. An SPI of less than 1 indicates the project is behind schedule. In our example, SPI is 0.9. This indicates our project is behind schedule. Now let's recap 4 concepts. CV is the difference between EV and AC. CPI is the ratio between EV and AC. SV is the difference between EV and PV. And SPI is the ratio between EV and PV. Now we are going to explain the final 4 concepts of earned value analysis: BAC, EAC, VAC, and ETC. Budget at completion BAC is the total budgeted cost that was initially planned for completing the whole project. BAC is decided before the project starts. Before our project started, we were given the total budgeted cost of $40,000 for the whole project. So, for our project, BAC is $40,000. Now, let's discuss estimate at completion. Estimate at completion EAC is the expected total cost of completing the whole project based on the current cost trends. EAC is calculated by dividing the original budget at completion, BAC, by the Cost Performance Index, CPI. If we divide $40,000 BAC by 0.80 CPI, we will get $50,000, which is our estimate at completion EAC. In our example, before the project started, budget to complete the whole project, BAC, was $40,000. But after 20 days, the project is already experiencing cost overrun. If increasing cost trend continues in the current line, then the total cost estimate to complete the whole project will increase to $50,000. Now let's introduce the concept of variance at completion VAC, which is the difference between the original budget at completion BAC and the estimate at completion EAC. Variance at completion VAC tells us how much over or under budget the project will be at the end of the project. The original total budget for our project BAC was $40,000. But under the current cost line, estimate at completion EAC is $50,000. Difference between BAC and EAC is negative $10,000, which is our variance at completion. This variance indicates the project will incur $10,000 more than the original budget. Now let's discuss Estimate to Complete. Estimate to Complete ETC is the expected cost required to complete the remaining work of the project. We have built 360 meters of wall and spent $18,000. We need to calculate how much more we need to spend to build the remaining 640 meters of the wall. Estimate to Complete ETC is calculated by subtracting actual cost AC from Estimate at Completion EAC. So if we subtract $18,000 from $50,000, we get $32,000. $32,000 is our ETC, the estimate to complete remaining 640 meters of the wall. Now let's recap the concepts. BAC is the total budgeted cost planned before the project started. Estimate at completion EAC is calculated by dividing BAC by Cost Performance Index CPI. Variance at completion VAC is the difference between EAC and BAC. Finally, ETC is calculated by subtracting actual cost AC from EAC.